So here I am later in the day on December 4th, back at the water where we got married. Paso Girl Beach, Florida. You know, I come out here and I'm like, why don't I, it's 20 minutes from my house. Why don't I come out here more often and have a cocktail, which is cheers to my love. We said I do on this beach. We promised our forever. We promised not to live a mundane life. So freaking excited that February cold morning on this beach. And I just couldn't believe all my, let's say dreams, because I didn't expect to find a partner in my late 50s and have him die 3.5 years later. I'm not so sure about that, but feel such a peace here. And I have just really tried to honor him again this year, and so I almost feel like I will continue to do that, but there's a completion to this year. Not in my heart healing by any means, not in the grief journey, not in yay, life is good, I made it, but just truly I hate the word closure, because there's no such thing, but a little bit of finality to it, like and it'll manifest its way in other avenues, like getting on the road in our Airstream. One of the widows in my group I follow, just said, when you feel horrible about moving forward, not moving on, but moving forward without your person, just hear their whisper. Half of our story is still left to be told. I grew so much inspiration from that. I cried so hard when I read that, and people say, oh, he'd want you to, be happy and carry on and, zest for life. But coming from another widow and hearing that was so perfect, because I am afraid, but I am making plans to live our legacy, to live our dream, to get up back on the road, to be brave, to be fearless. And I feel like this year I have lived in fear. I live in this cloud of the rugs being pulled out from under me, or anything I look forward to will be taken from me, or I look at my friends with their spouses. Who's next? Who's going to be the next widow? Who's going to be the next death? I hate that feeling, but I have to understand that's part of the process. Oh, I also hate that word. Grief journey and process. But I mean, there's no other ways to describe it. I mean, it's just, that's what it is. So those pockets of joy I'm receiving right now being on this beach. I gotta come down here more often. I mean, it really, this little area here is just steps away where we had that great wedding ceremony that was so simple and so brief, but so meaningful. So being by the Gulf inspires me today. I mean, it really does. And I love this man for everything he gave me, and I've I hear so often that year 2 is harder because the reality sets in and you don't have the people calling. But I know I have a great support group, and when reaching out or whatever, that people, and they've commented that they've appreciated my journey. But I know there's some people out there like, enough already, like, be done. Because they haven't experienced it and they don't know. And maybe they don't have the love with their spouse like I have. Maybe it's not fun and it's not respectful and it's not affirming. That's their journey. And I really don't give a shit. I've lived out loud, and I think there's more people that probably appreciated it. But really, it's not for them. It's for me, and it's for Keith, and it's for Kijo, and it's, I've leaned into my tears today, and tomorrow, and the next day. And I have to say there was maybe only 2 days I haven't cried this year. But my heart cried. But the physical part of grief is so weary and so tiring. God, if that man, I hope he knew how much he was loved. I know he did, but some days he just seems he needed so much affirmation. Especially for my friends, like, oh, they love you, and with you came all your friends, and they tolerate me because they love you. No, that was not the case. So if there's any kind of awareness in heaven, God, I hope you get that up there. I hope you get that. And I don't know what's up there. No, there's so many ifs, ands, or buts. Really, truly, that's my faith walk. I just won't know until I get there. But this is my happy place. I'll be back here again, and I need to make a habit of this, and we'll be back on February 20th, our anniversary, probably till I die. If I'm in town, this is where I'll be. And we definitely honored him and brought him to special places, just like this morning. All the special places I have spread his love. And that's really just for me, really. You don't get a crap. I'm guessing. Don't know, but I'm so grateful, truly, the people that showed up this year. But that's not without investment and me giving back to them. Truly, and I'll be there for them. Those friendships and family, but more friends, maybe because I reveal myself more to my friends than my family that don't really get me. It's always been the case. And those that really know me, get me and know what to say and what to do. And I love my family, and that, there's been an outpouring. But when you look at the total, so I'm not trying to concentrate on the negative, but I have to say that invest in friends, because it didn't come out of the sky. It's something that was very important to me through the years, being a single woman, never desiring that I needed a man to complete me, or, and sometimes I get angry, God, I was really content before this, and gave me somebody that gave me so much knowledge and so much support, and I tasted it, and I don't have any ounce of wanting to think that could be replicated, because I just want to live joyful and content, and I know how to do that. It's harder now with this grief and this broken heart, but I do know what feeds my soul, and that's not a man. It's not a partner. I mean, I was incredibly blessed and blown away how that felt. So I think so many people want that quick fix, and maybe my husband was one of them. We dated and married very quickly, and men are different from women, and I don't regret that he did that with me by any means. I have those treasures, and we're all different. That's not the path that I'm going to take, and I know that. But I will surround myself, whether they're male or females, with great companions and companionship and fellowship. That's what's important. I just have always defined myself a little bit different, So, cheers to you, honey. Here we go. It sucks. It's excruciatingly painful. I've cried many tears today. Max, and I miss you beyond words, and pisses me off. And my devotional today was okay to be angry with God because he knows the desires of your heart. Well, you took the desires of my heart away. You gave it to me and then took it away. And now I'm here to pick up the pieces. But it said to keep talking about my pain and my anger. So, direct connection up there. Yep. Angry. And no fluffy words or even scripture at this point really comforts me. In time, I know it most likely will. But I'm a realist, and I'm leaning into my grief and my pain. 365 days after watching my husband in 36 hours disintegrate before me due to eating a bad oyster or whatever kind of food product. I'm not sure. That's unfair. But 50% of our story is left to be told. Our story. So I promise you today, my love, I'm doing my best. For me, my mental health, my healing, but to make you proud. And I hope you know how much you were loved.